Hey you guys, so I wanted to make a video today to talk about something that really annoys me, and that is when QMAs decide that they don't want to do CNA work or they are too good to do CNA work. So first of all, let me apologize. I am doing a load of laundry right now, so you can probably hear the dryer going, and I apologize. Hopefully it's not too distracting. Secondly, let me explain what a QMA is for those of you who don't understand or who don't know the lingo. A QMA is basically a qualified medication aid, which is a CNA who has gone through extra training to basically learn how to pass meds. So they're basically a CNA with the ability to pass meds. Now, like I said, they do have to go through additional training. In the state of Indiana, they have to have 1,000 hours worked as a CNA, plus go through a class to help them learn how to pass medications safely and all that other stuff. Now, some facilities make it so that the QMA doesn't have to work as a CNA. Other facilities have it to where your job description is QMA/CNA. So then whenever they feel like it, they can basically have you scheduled as either a QMA or a CNA. Now, I've worked at both types of facilities, and both facilities are a little bit different with how they work. I have met some QMAs who really love, switching back and forth between passing meds and doing CNA work. But a majority of the time they are passing meds. I have experienced other CNAs who seriously have an issue with it, where they kind of act like they're the nurse, and it gets a little annoying because, one, you're not a nurse, you didn't go to nursing school, you're not a nurse, you don't have that license, you're a CNA who's a little extra special. Not to say anything bad about QMAs or anything like that, but you're not a nurse, so stop acting like you are. But, I've worked at a facility where, like I said, they schedule QMAs to work as CNAs one day and QMAs the next. I most recently worked at a facility where the QMAs were basically just like sitting behind the nurses station on night shift. They would sit behind the nurses station with the nurses, and all they really had to do was get up, take medications out of the cart, and pass meds during the morning med pass, or whenever a resident needed medication or was asking for medication. It's a little bit annoying knowing that these people are CNAs, knowing that you can hear these call lights going off and they are not getting up to help you turn off the call light or figure out what's going on in Miss Betty's room down the hall, just for an example. But I get that a lot of people don't want to do CNA work, and so that's why they went through the additional training to become a QMA. But at the end of the day, you are still a CNA. A QMA cannot be a QMA without a CNA license, at least in the state of Indiana. In other states, it may be different. Some of them are called MAs or medication aids. Some of them are called med techs in other states. It all just depends on the state, really. But it just really annoys me. Like, you are a CNA. You know what it's like to be a CNA. Why are you sitting here acting like you're the nurse and acting like you are holier than thou, and suddenly you don't know how to respond to someone's call light, or you don't know how to interact with other staff? It's just super annoying. So yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I don't have hate towards QMAs or med techs, but if you started out as a CNA, then you know how to answer the call light. You know how to, find out what somebody wants, and you know how to change somebody and all that other stuff, even if it's technically not your job because you're a QMA, which I hate it when people say that, like, oh, I needed to come get you because it's not my job. Or, you'll have nurses say the same thing. But as a QMA, you are not a nurse, and it just completely drives me nuts when people act like they're the nurse, but they're not. You're a CNA who's a little extra special. But anyways, that's really all that I wanted to share. You know, if you're a CNA and you have experienced this at your facility, let me know, because it would be nice to know that I'm not alone. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If there's any other topics you'd like me to talk about, let me know and I will get them filmed for you. And with that being said, I will see you guys again soon.